objective in the immediate term to stop the bloodshed, to save the lives of innocent Palestinians, including women and children, to maintain the ceasefire, to ensure much-needed large-scale humanitarian relief, and to secure the full withdrawal of Israeli forces from Gaza. President, the question of Palestine is at the core of the Arab-Israeli conflict. Pakistan's position on this issue has always been in line with and in support of Palestine and the Arab countries being the principal stakeholders in this dispute. Accordingly, our vote has been guided by the position of Palestine and the Arab group, as well as the group of 8 Arab Islamic countries: Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the UAE, Egypt, Jordan, Indonesia, Turkey, and Pakistan, that came together in September in support of President Trump's commendable initiative to bring the war in Gaza to an end. We have welcomed that initiative because not only it got the ceasefire on ground, it subscribed to the need for humanitarian assistance, reconstruction, provision of a secure and stable environment, and the hope for a credible pathway to Palestinian self-determination and statehood. President, throughout the negotiations on the draft resolution, Pakistan supported the proposals of the Arab group submitted by Algeria and also submitted our own amendments to make the text more balanced and in line with international legitimacy that governs the Palestinian question. We acknowledge and appreciate the efforts of the penholder, the United States, for incorporating some of our suggestions, including the call for maintenance of the ceasefire in OP1 and a reporting mechanism to the Security Council. Some important suggestions, however, were not reflected, such as a clear political path to Palestinian self-determination and statehood, the central role of the Palestinian Authority in governance and reconstruction, and enhanced involvement of the UN, besides clarifications about the Board of Peace and the mandate of the International Stabilization Force. Those are all crucial aspects with a bearing on the success of this endeavor. We earnestly hope that further details in coming weeks will provide the much-needed clarity on these issues. President, after 2 years of devastating war and an unprecedented humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza, where more than 69,000 innocent Palestinians have been killed, most of them women and children, a ray of hope emerged with the signing of the peace agreement at Sharm el-Sheikh peace summit between Egypt, Qatar, Turkey, and the United States. Pakistan, as a part of the group of 8 Arab Islamic countries, welcomed the efforts by President Trump and his proposal to end the war, rebuild Gaza, prevent displacement of Palestinian people, advance comprehensive peace, and halt the annexation of the West Bank. We engaged with sincerity and constructively to help alleviate the suffering of the Palestinian people and support a viable path to peace, stability, and realization of their inalienable right to self-determination and statehood. Pakistan's consistent policy and every action pursuant to it is for a just and lasting resolution of the Palestinian question based on international legitimacy, Palestinian self-determination, and the establishment of a sovereign, independent, and contiguous state of Palestine based on pre-1967 borders with Al-Quds Al-Sharif as its capital. That must be the ultimate objective and the culmination of any peace process or initiative on the Middle East. Our position is firmly grounded in international law and relevant UN resolutions. Pakistan reaffirms its full support and solidarity with the Palestinian people and will continue to stand with them at every stage. We hope that the momentum generated by the ongoing peace efforts will help achieve these objectives, and we call on the international community to uphold its obligations in this regard. President, allow me to underline our position on some key elements related to today's resolution. First, the existing Security Council resolutions on the question of Palestine remain fully valid. This resolution shall not alter or diminish them. Second, the right to self-determination is inherent and unconditional. This right is enshrined in the UN Charter, applies equally to the Palestinian people, and cannot be subjected to any conditions. Third, as the resolution and the peace plan envisage, the Board of Peace is a transitional oversight mechanism. The mandate granted to the BOP by this Council is temporary and expires in 2027 unless renewed. Importantly, the executive and administrative authority in Gaza must remain with the Palestinians through a Palestinian committee. Fourth, we reiterate that the role of the Palestinian Authority is absolutely central and critical in this process. A legitimate Palestinian representation is essential for credible governance and genuine Palestinian ownership. Peace cannot be achieved in bypassing the Palestinians. There must be an end to policies that undermine and weaken the Palestinian Authority. Fifth, the establishment of the temporary international stabilization force could truly be stabilizing if guided by a clear peacekeeping mandate consistent with UN norms. Disarmament should take place through an agreed political process negotiated under a unified Palestinian national authority. It is also important that the ceasefire be fully respected by all sides. Unilateral violations of the ceasefire will threaten and thwart the entire process and must not be tolerated. Protection of the people of Gaza will be a key priority in the ISF mandate. Sixth, the reporting envisaged in the resolution constitutes a vital mechanism. It must be comprehensive and cover all aspects of implementation of the plan, including on the ISF mandate and activities. Seventh, Israeli troops must withdraw from Gaza, which is an essential requirement for restoring Palestinian sovereignty and securing durable peace. ISF mandate will only be effective once there is complete Israeli withdrawal. Eighth, there must be no annexation and no forced displacement under any circumstances. The territorial contiguity of the West Bank and Gaza is indispensable for a viable, sovereign, and independent state of Palestine. Finally, we believe that in order to break the cycle of violence, it is absolutely necessary to end the occupation and to have a political horizon, open the pathway to the Palestinian state through a credible, time-bound political process firmly anchored in the relevant UN resolutions. Durable peace and stability in the region will come only with the establishment of the Palestinian state as part of the two-state solution. President, looking ahead, the central roles of the United Nations, the Palestinian Authority, and the Palestinian people are vital in ensuring legitimate governance, reconstruction, and institution building in Gaza. The international community must stand with them steadfastly and firmly. At this solemn moment in history, Pakistan stands shoulder to shoulder with the people of Palestine. Their suffering is our anguish. Their resilience is our pride. Their aspiration, our cause. The people of Gaza have endured what no human being should ever face, yet they have proudly and boldly upheld their dignity, identity, and hope. Their courage obliges us to act with moral clarity and sustained political commitment. Pakistan reaffirms that we will continue to support the Palestinian struggle and the right to self-determination. And until its realization, our solidarity will remain unwavering and our voice unshakable. I thank you.
I thank the representative of Pakistan for the statement, and I'll give the floor to the representative of the Republic of Korea.
Thank you, Mr. President. Today, the Republic of Korea voted in favor of the draft resolution tabled by the United States.
अक़वाम मुत्तहिदा की सलामती कौंसिल में गजा अमन मंसूबे से मुतालिक करारदाद मंजूर। पाकिस्तानी मंदूब ने कहा, गजा से इसराइली फ़ौज का मुकम्मल इनखला होना चाहिए। पाकिस्तान समेत 8 मुस्लिम ममालिक ने सदर ट्रंप के अमन मंसूबे की हिमायत की है। आज़ाद फ़लस्तीनी रियासत के क़याम का मुतालबा करते हैं, ऐसा कहा गया आसिम इफ्तिखार की जानिब से। उन्होंने मज़ीद कहा कि इसराइली जाहरियत के दौरान 69,000 फ़लस्तीनी शहीद हुए, जिनमें बड़ी तादाद बच्चों की है। पाकिस्तान ने करारदाद के हक़ में वोट दिया है। पाकिस्तानी मंदूब आसिम इफ्तिखार की जानिब से कहा गया, आज़ाद फ़लस्तीनी रियासत का क़याम ज़रूरी है, जो 1967 की सरहदों के मुताबिक और दारुल हुकूमत अल कुद्स शरीफ हो। फ़लस्तीनियों को नज़रअंदाज करके पायदार अमन का क़याम मुमकिन नहीं है। फ्री कैन सीज़ फायर पर कायम रहें। इसराइली फ़ौज का इनखला ज़रूरी है।